Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cindy and today I have another video. I want to talk about my experience as a CNA. I worked as a CNA for 3 years, all in a nursing home facility. I never worked in a hospital because I thought it was harder to get like around scheduling and stuff, and I was still in school. I was in college, so I figured that was like the easiest way to do things, but it's not. You can get a job at a hospital and they are very flexible, like with any other nurse or whatnot. Anyway, so let's get to the point. I was a senior in high school, and then I was in this program for future nurses, which is the HOSA, Health Occupation Students of America. Ha, I remember. So I was in that program, and on your first semester of your senior year, you get to go to college and get your CNA certification. You have to pay for it and whatnot, but you're still able to do it through college. So I did my CNA on my first semester of my senior year, and then I started working as soon as I got my certification. I remember I went January 4th, 2010, or January 5th, one of those. And I went to apply to like this nursing home. Nobody told me, like, I was just like, why not? I went in and I got a job. It was that easy. Like, I don't even remember being interviewed. That's how simple it was. That's why now, as an RN, interviews just freak me out because I'm not used to them. I'll make another video about interviews and whatnot. But yeah, so my duties as a CNA, or your duties as a CNA whenever you become a CNA, are everything that has to do with the activities of daily living, or ADLs. So anywhere from getting your patient ready for the day, like brushing their teeth, brushing their hair, cleaning their face, giving them a shower, changing diapers, turning them, feeding them, making their beds, and all of that stuff. That anything that you do for yourself on a daily basis, you did for the elderly patient. So that's what I used to do. I worked the 2 to 10 shift because that was the only shift I was able to work because I was still in high school. So I remember I went in like a 2. They were in some kind of activity usually. Some of them were taking a nap, some of them were in an activity, or some of them were snacking, or there were family members visiting them. So we would take it slow, change diapers if we had to, get to do our showers as fast as we could because we had a few, so we had to get it together before dinner time arrived. Then we had to change everyone's diapers to make sure they were clean before dinner, and then we will bring all of our patients from our hallway to the dining hall. Here in Texas, it all depends per facility, but the facility I used to work at, it was 2 CNAs for about 20 to 30 patients. I'm not even exaggerating. I think if I say 20 patients, I'm making it too good to be true. It was a lot of patients. I don't even remember how many rooms, but per room, it was 2 patients. It was a lot. I just know it was a lot. Then we'll get them to the cafeteria. We had to pass out trays. So they will designate us, like, who's going to pass out trays, who's going to start feeding, our first tables, and who's going to end up doing the feedings at our last tables. Because we used to pass trays to like the certain patients that will take like a little longer to eat, but they weren't patient enough to hold until we passed out all the trays for someone to feed them. So there were specific CNAs that had to feed those first. And then at the end of us passing trays, we had like the far away table where they could wait for us until we were finished passing trays and we could feed them. After we finished passing trays and feeding our patients, we will start taking them back to their rooms. So we will take them back to their rooms one by one, back to our hallway, and then we will start getting them ready for bed. There was no more activities after that. The activities are usually early in the morning, so we would start getting them ready for bed. So if they will go on their own to the bed, we would just like offer them help brushing their teeth or changing their diapers. If they couldn't go back in bed, we had to wait. They had to wait on us until we got to them to change their diapers, get them in their pajamas or gowns, usually gowns, and then get them in bed. There was a few showers or baths that we had to do at night, so we did those too. There was someone from physical therapy used to pass nighttime snacks. Someone from physical therapy used to pass out the nighttime snacks, and if there was no one from physical therapy, we had to pass our snacks. And then we would inform our nurses of anything that was changing. So if our patient was hurting, we would tell them. If our patient was hungry, we would tell them. If we saw the patient, acting weird, not being themselves, being violent towards us, or anything, we would like inform our nurses of what was going on. So that was another one of our duties. Then sometime around that period, we would take a break, and then we would do our last round. So I remember like around 9 p.m. we would get this huge trash bags and our carts, and then we would start changing diapers from like back to front. Every single diaper, every single trash can we had to empty until we were done. So our unit will be clean and our patients will be clean, ready for night shift to arrive. So that was one of our a day in the life of a CNA, or back then. This was back in 2010, so I'm sure things have changed. I'm sure people have different little activities that they do differently, but this was just at the long-term nursing facility that I work at, and that's how things worked there. I'm very thankful I was a CNA. It gives me more of, I know what CNAs go through. I know how hard it is. And I find it very important to know that, because sometimes nurses are like, you can get water, you can do this. No, we as nurses can get the water too for our patients, and we can walk them and we can change them. Like, the CNA doesn't have to do everything for us. So it's very important to know that. And I feel like it's a good idea to have that little background. Even if you don't do it for long, it's good to do like direct patient care, if you know what I mean. Because changing diapers for an adult is never easy. And it was something that as a 17-year-old, I just knew I liked nursing then because that's tough. All of my friends were like, you're doing what? But I did it, and I did it for a long time. I did it all through high school and my first 2 years of college. I never worked anywhere else. That was my only place that I worked as a CNA. I made really good friends. A lot of my friends from high school actually worked there with me, and it was a really, really good experience. Now, the pay. For all you do is honestly not great. It's so simple to say it. It's not great. Hospitals here in Texas range anywhere from $11 to $18, depending where the hospital is located. And nursing homes start you off at $9. I start off at $9.25. And after almost 3 years of working there, my pay rate was $10.75 or $10.25. I felt like you never even got a raise. But there is some places, like I said, some hospitals pay really good. It depends where the area is. But I used to get paid $9.25. I actually just got hired for another job and I'll make a video about that. But they couldn't find, like, in my background check, they couldn't find like my records that I work at that nursing home. So they were like, do you have a check stub? And I was like, well, the easiest thing to find is a my W-2. So I was looking through the things, and I remember that for my first check as a CNA, I was so excited because that was my first job ever. I took I made a copy of the check, and I was in shock. I worked, was it 72 hours or something like that? Or 75 hours? I don't even remember. And I got paid like $590 for 2 weeks. I feel like you get paid better for working at McDonald's. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I know it's not going to give you the same experience and whatnot, but seriously, people need to start paying CNAs better. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, my recommendations is, if you're going to do it because, you know, it's within your heart. You know, it's only temporary because you're seeking, you know, bigger and better things. But definitely try searching for a hospital setting, because nursing homes won't pay that much, but we have to remember our elderly needs us. And I know this is more about corporation and money and this and that, and I know elderly people pay so much for the rooms, etc., 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 but they still need someone to take care of them. So I am so thankful I did it. I learned a lot of things, one of them being patient and being a master of changing diapers. And most importantly, I got to help all these old people, and I got to hear their stories, and I got to share time with them when their families weren't around. So that was very important. But it is a struggle. It's not easy. Be prepared to work your butt off, but be prepared to learn so much, and be humble whenever you become a nurse. I feel like being a CNA at your beginnings definitely make you humble and makes you realize how hard every single spectrum of nursing is. It's hard, it's tough, it's not easy. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. And if you have any video suggestions or anything you would like to see, let me know. I will continue making more videos for my channel. So keep on watching. Alrighty guys, thank you so much. Bye.